These bees are pleased to see the weather warm up a bit. Now, I got these bees all ready to dispatch, but the plan has changed and they're not going now. So I think I'm going to have to do something to prevent them from getting overcrowded and swarming. So I'm going to rearrange all their frames. Right, first I'm going to look at this this box here, the one where they're going in the damaged super, and see how well they've done with the brood box, because I might need to move some frames from here. Well, in fact I will need to move some frames from here to another box, and possibly they could go in there. Well, not much has been done with most of these frames, but they have moved up into the box. The queen is laying up here and laying quite well by the looks of these. So there's plenty of room in this box to take some frames. Well, that's lucky, I found the queen, so I can now mark her. There she is. Alright, this box is pretty full, so I want to keep the bees, so I'm moving the frames. So I'm going to have too many boxes in the tower if I'm not very careful. Good, well, I got rid of one of these national boxes, and put some frames in there, put a queen excluder on there now, and leaving them to make some honey in that super. And they've got more supers down there, so the next stage with these will be to rearrange all their supers. And the queen was marked, but gosh, she was quite nippy, and I lost her in the end, so hopefully she dropped down into the box and not outside the box. So we'll see next time. Well, it looks as though I'm too late. These bees are in swarm mode. That's a swarm cell there. That one's got crunched, but it's a swarm cell. That one's charged. So if I can find the queen, I'll be doing well. Let's get her out of here. Right, but I've tried to make sure the queen isn't on these frames by shaking all the bees off. The flying bees will come back here, and I'm sure it's going to be full of queen cells in a few days' time. So I'll be able to make some split from it at least. Right, the box that I hope the queen is in, I didn't find her, but the box I hope the queen is in on the 1412 frames is now here. And of course the flying bees will leave here, most of them will, and if there's no queen, nearly all of them will. If the queen's there, some of them will stay and look after her, and with a bit of luck I might actually find her. But of course there is the possibility she's already gone. There's still a lot of bees in the box, but it's possible that she has actually left, swarmed. Mark's orchard. Last time I was here, the swarm moved into the supers here and put them into this brood box. Now I know some of the frames are not right in that box, so that's a job to do. Yeah, plenty of bees in that box by the looks of things. The weather's on the change. It's a bit windy now, but we've had cold and wet for a week or so. Alright, we'll check those ones. Could be getting a bit swarmy. It's going to be a swarming weekend, I think, coming up. clear away the entrance a bit at this one. Right, see what this one's like. Have they been making honey? They have been making honey. There's no doubt about that. Right, we need space. They need space. This is a swarm box. This is a swarm box, and the first thing I can see is this brood in this top super. So, and the queen excluder was above it, so might be worth finding the queen. Good look for the queen, but I'm not going to spend too much time looking for her. Right, well, that has a full set now of 14 12s. Some of them are pretty much worse for wear, but if they get through the winter, then we can do better by them. Right, this hive has got, you see it's got a super on top of the brood box and the queen excluder after that. So hopefully the queen is above the queen excluder, and they're putting some honey in the supers above. We'll find out. Right, this one's got a full set now, and they're laying quite well in here. Well, the queen's laying quite well. There's quite a lot of cat brood. They're only covering about half the box. So far frames are empty at the moment, but of course they do have a super laying as well, so quite a lot of space already. Right, this one's got a full set of 14 12 frames now. This one needs feeding. It's not going to do anything unless it's fed. It's quite small, so feeding's the name of the day for this one. Right, well, this hive is booming. Quite a lot of brood to hatch out, cat brood in the brood box. No queen cells as yet, or signs of. So a lot of bees in the box, so will need to be checked again, I think. Lots of honey on there. I put an extra super on. Could have done with 2, but I'm not going to lift it any higher than it is on right now. So I need to take some honey off as well. So, successful hive, that one. Alright, well, this hive's doing okay. Sorted out all the super frames, are all 14 12 now. Most of them were already. And put another super on. It's as high as I wanted to go. Quite heavy to lift off when they're full up. So yeah, that one's doing okay, and the swarm hive's doing okay too. Again, sorted the brood box out, and yeah, they're okay. Right, found this queen, giving her a bit of marking, and see if she'll run around and get dry. She's quite small and quite dark. No wonder I couldn't find her. But she's been laying okay, and she survived the winter, so she's a survivor. The bees want to clean that marker off. Good. Well, now I'm going to split this one up. Find the queen cells in there and make at least 2 nukes out of it. Well, that's one nice looking queen cell in production in the corner there. There's some on the other side of the frame as well. And I'm sure there'll be some on some of these other frames, so I'm going to move them into this other box. That's a nice queen cell there, and a couple there. So these are not going to be short of queen cells. We're going to be short of bees when I move this box. Right, smart queen, back where she was. So now she gets the flying bees. She's got 3 new frames in there, so I think I'm going to give her a bit of feed to fill out the wax on those frames.